Join us as we take the Whistling Wombat on a wild adventure. What started as a simple off-grid test run turned into 5 weeks stranded in the Bedford floods. Now, with our boat batteries barely holding on, we're navigating back to the marina, hoping the rivers and locks are going to be open. Will we make it? Well, last time we left you, we were stuck again due to this. So now, with the locks shut and this blocking our navigational path back to the marina, we're going to have to find someone to move it, aren't we? So not the best news, but we had been warned about this possibly being here. And Narrowboat's in a bit of a dodgy area with all these floods. We're going to bring it up and moor it up on the landing strip, we think.
Naughty, naughty.
Lovely little landing strip that you're not really meant to moor your boat, obviously, when the locks are in operation, but we've just been told that while they're out of operation, they actually advise you to put your narrowboat on there because they'd rather it was somewhere safe opposed to it being somewhere where it's unsafe. Very technical here. So we're going to get the boat and we're going to take it up to that location. There she is, half an hour later. We should have probably just gone up to the lock, but you never know what the situation is up there. We're going to call in to Buckden Marina because they've got a water point there. Get all our water topped up. But at least we'll be there right as they open that lock up, so we know we can just whiz through, so perfect. So let's get the narrowboat in a safer location, a legal location. It's not illegal, is it, guys? Anyway, let's get the narrowboat there as quick as possible. This stretch is a little bit boring, we've done it so many blimmin' times, and work towards getting the Whistling Wombat and ourselves to safety. So there's a fuel point here at Buckden Marina, and we've also been told there's a water point that's available. Spot on. Get our fluids. She's a-coming. So this took roughly about 45 minutes. It was a very slow water point, something that we've been told you probably come across quite a lot on your travels. And let's get the narrowboat to safety. Here we are on our new home. We're mooring up in the illegal of most illegal mooring spots. The most sacred area known to boating, the landing strip. Like I've teased all along, mooring up on the landing stage. For lock use only, which is what we're waiting for. No overnight mooring.
Naughty, naughty.
Like I said earlier, I think we've been told that by quite a few people that it's fine if the lock's shut to bung the boat there. So watch this space.
So we've been up in Offord for the last few days, waiting on the lock landing until the EA can come down and remove the tree that's blocking the lock and thus not allowing us to get back home to our home mooring. Spoke to a guy yesterday from the EA who said they're going to attempt to actually push the tree out of the way today. So I'm just going to go and have a little wander over there and see if anything's happening so far. I've been kind of curtain twitching because you can see through the lock a little bit, and I don't think anyone's there just yet. Oh, actually, I may have just seen an EA van. Stomach's doing butterflies, waiting to see what the outcome's going to be of this tree removal.
So for once, things seem to be going Crowbot's way. Yeah, the EA bowled up here literally a day or two after we were stranded here. So we have been informed, not only is there a huge humongous tree blocking the navigational route, but that huge humongous tree blocking the navigational route is also housing a giant wasp and hornet's nest. And maybe it's a bee's nest, I don't know. It's housing some sort of nest of some stingable creature. So extra precautions need to be taken.
Keep everything crossed for us, guys. There's quite a few boaters that we've heard of stranded down the river waiting for this lock to open so they can get back home too. So please send out good wishes to the tree gods that it works with us today.
So first up, the EA are going to use what is known as a weed cutter. Yes, this orange device is going to take up some of the sort of foliage and loose sort of debris around the tree, and hopefully without getting stung from the nest. The bit of orange rope there that you see is connected to the EA van, which is on the left here. That's connected to a winch, and they're going to give that a go in a second too. So far they've created a small space here that we could potentially try and squeeze the narrowboat through. But first up, winch time. So about 10 attempts in already, and the giant twig is struggling. It seems to be getting trapped from something beneath it. Lucky for us, the EA were absolutely lovely and determined to try and be able to at least just move it to one side so we could potentially try and squeeze the narrowboat through. So that's what we're going to try now. Been given clearance to try it out, squeezing through past this awful giant stick. Think Bex can do it? I said I'd give it a go, but I think Bex wants to attempt this one. Cheers for your help. I'll probably just go up here actually. Do me old climb on the roof trick. Now originally we thought because of the giant wasp bee's nest that is in this tree, we would just have the Titan boat canopies up and then they couldn't get us, could they? But we've forgotten to put the blimmin' thing up, haven't we?
You've got plenty of time, just go nice and slow.
Be free to cut any firewood off it.
Yeah, if you want some. Just
Don't
watch
give
out
her
for that
ideas.
wasp nest when you get near it.
It never ends up in the fire. Okay, so here we go. Will the Queen of the Anglian River Navigations manage to squeeze it through? And squeeze it through without getting either of us stung? Yeah?
Nice and slow, hit it in a minute, you will. Just keep an eye on the front. See, it's coming around nicely. We'll like on that side. Yeah, if you can go straight at that angle, you might be fine. Although you might need to push off that
Go a
side.
little bit more on this way.
Fine, you're alright, you're missing the tree there.
You're missing it, okay.
Just go straight as you are now, you're grand.
We'll get stuck now.
Yeah, it's fine, did a grand job.
Wow.
Don't forget that wasp nest. See where the forks are on that tree, the wasp nest just the other side of that. Be careful.
Hopefully we need to spin the background up here. Thanks for your help, guys.
Go the other way now, go the other way.
We might still get stuck, we might still need you.
You off, so it's alright for you. That's it, it's lovely.
Hey. So the plan is going to be now to spin the background, preventing the evil little wasplings being able to get to us.
Start!
Thanks very much. Cheers. After 5 weeks of being stranded, that's perfect. That was. Cheers, guys. Thanks very much. Look at that. We're free. Look at that smile.
so glad I didn't dodge anything.
After 5 weeks of being completely stuck in the middle of nowhere, we've finally managed to get free. And I know the EA get a lot of stick, but they really looked out for us. James from the EA was absolutely determined to get us through that lock. He said even if we can't move the huge tree out the way, he was going to put some things in place where we could sort of hopefully squeeze through, and that's exactly what happened, because it's a humongous tree, it's a humongous job to do, but we've managed to get through, so thanks very much.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate really what Chris has said. Like, I have to say that the EA guys down on the ground have just been absolutely fantastic. They've been really communicative, and they've tried every technique in the book to try and help get us through the lock, and to clear it in its entirety for the rest of the boating community and stuff. So big thanks to James and John and the rest of the team whose names we didn't quite catch for working really, really hard over the past 2 days, because they've done a cracking job, they really have. That tree was a monster. It's absolutely enormous. Like, it just doesn't do it justice unless you see it in real life, the videos and stuff, so it's no small feat to get that bad boy out of the way.
So it's about 4 o'clock-ish now, and now the next test. Can we get back to the marina before it gets dark, or are we going to have to night cruise? I do drive.
He's doing another 5-minute stint.
Little 30-second stint while the camera's on.
Only joking.
So we're about 2 to 3 hours from home now, so we're not sure if we're going to make it all the way. If to attempt some night cruising, or if just to stop halfway, or before it just gets dark really, and do the second leg tomorrow. Then we're all done and dusted. Narrowboat as a cruising channel. Done.
Fungi.
Fun.
Yeah.
It's getting dark. Trust me on this one, guys. It's getting dark. And as much as me and Bex joke and bicker about who does the majority of the narrowboat driving, it's all fun and games really. We've both had our fair share of times when we've had our confidence knocked, and we just try and help each other out really. I'd obviously had that god-awful crash a year ago, which has really stumped some of my confidence, and this was the moment Bex was adamant to try and get me to do the lock by myself this time. Building back that confidence. So we're going to let Bex jump off here. She's going to go up and set the lock. So we're back at St Neots Lock here, and after 5 weeks of being stranded, we're finally making our way back into the homeland. Here we go, all by myself, like a proper narrowboat man. And look who's waiting for me. So it is actually getting really, really dark now. We whacked our navigation lights on and it didn't make much of a difference. So time to hand the controls back to Bex. So it's just going to be pretty dangerous to navigate all the way back to our marina. So, in typical Crowbot fashion, we're going to go illegal on this one again. We're going to do the most illegal of illegal things if you ever own a narrowboat. Yes, we are going to moor up overnight on the sacred area that is called the landing strip. We're going to get up super early and just get moving in case anyone needs to do it. We don't want to be those guys, you know, that are parking the narrowboat up where you're not really meant to. The landing strip is designed to park your narrowboat up to while you're preparing the locks. So any boaters that come through aren't going to have anywhere to put their boats, are they? And we really don't want to be those guys. But it is mega dark now, and if we start trying to move, it's going to lead to no end of trouble. But we are on the home stretch, guys. We are just round the corner from the marina, and then we can finally reattach the narrowboat to the shoreline and bring some energy back onto the Whistling Wombat.